guys, what's up? I'm the Ultimate Doom here doing another video for you guys, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at the Mega Construx Breakout Beasts 2-in-1 Fusion Beast with Fire and Ice theme. As you can see from the packaging, you get two beasts that also combine into one large beast. Now, interesting enough, you do actually know what beast you're going to get, unlike the singular eggs. You can see that the egg continues to the back. You can see advertisements for Series 3. As well, you can see Glayzer, Scauld, and again the combination. For a quick comparison, here is one of the Series 2 eggs, and as you can see, the new Breakout Beast Fusion Beast is much larger as it contains two beasts instead of one. Also, it doesn't look rotten. To open it up, all you have to do is cut the tape on the side, and then these tabs will open to unleash your egg. And also, there's a bunch of cardboard inserts that you don't really have to be concerned about. There's nothing inside them. As you can see, the theme still continues with the egg, as this side, for the fire, has this nice fluid motion to the mold, and then this one's a little more edged and spiky. You can also see that there's studs on both sides. There are no stands included. You can split this in half right down the middle, and you will see two lids that are matching. You could almost use these to hold sandwiches, but I'd rather wash them out first. Now let's take a look at the red side. You can just open it up straight from the top, and I've put some of the garbagey bits inside there. I apologize for that. But inside you will see this sort of gooey cocoon thing that is very similar to the original Plasma Dragon sets from Mega Bloks, which the Breakout Beast seems to be inspired by, and even carry some of the names like Bremer. For a comparison, you can see that these are much larger compared to the original Plasma Dragon sets. This actually came from a Plasma Dragon castle lineup. But it's pretty much the same thing. All the pieces are inside here. You also get a much smaller bag of parts inside. But it's very cool to see this original nod to the older lineup. It feels very nostalgic. There is a weird smell to it, but I wouldn't be concerned. I do sort of wish that the Breakout Beast would do this instead of the slime. It seems less messy, and you can just have fun with this. Now, if you could tell from the bag, this is where the actual slime is contained. We can open up the white side, and as you can see, there is a bunch of blue slime. The Glayzer Dragon is encased in the original kind of consistent way of the slime that most of the Breakout Beasts seem to continue, where it actually is this gooey slime. It's very sticky and also seems to fall apart a lot more than the Series 1 and Series 2 slime, so just keep an eye out for that, but it's pretty much the same idea. And because this is flat and much more wider, it does allow you easier access to get the parts rather than the half shell that I used to do with the Series 1 and 2 eggs trying to pull apart the pieces from the slime. Let's go ahead and close this up and take a look at the Breakout Beasts themselves. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, there is no rubber seal around this, so I'm not sure how well the slime will last. Oh, and with the blue slime pack, there is also another smaller bag with even more slime in it and some smaller parts. First, let's take a look at Scauld, which has a more consistent color scheme to him, except for the silver piece around the top here, which I feel they could have changed out for copper. Anyways, he looks pretty cool. Very similar to some other beasts, like the Blackheart figure with the head, even though the teeth are a different color, but still very nice. I do like this hunchback style. I believe that is a Series 3 body that's just reversed, which is very cool. Love the transparent red color pieces. I wish there was more of it. I also really like the orange. It really pops. Now, he's got two tails this time, which makes him more unique compared to some of the other beasts. And that is thanks to this little piece right here that extends out to two different sections. And also, thanks to these double-sided ball joints, which really help in reconstructing a custom-made set, and really opens up a lot of possibilities, which I really do like. He also includes an orange flame piece, which is very cool. He's got the more, what I like to call the fist bump arms, and he's got some copper armor on the side, including the brand new armor pieces, which is very nice. So Scauld looks pretty good. I like it. The only thing that I really don't like is I feel like this color should have been reversed, because the entire top seems to be gray and then the bottom seems to be red for the most of the body that extends off to the tails. And then on the neck it kind of just reversed. Now, that's not a big deal. I mean, most of his head is red anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. It just would have made it more consistent, but considering the combination build, it wouldn't make that much sense. Still, very cool. And here is Glayzer. Now, what I really like about these two is that they have a different style, not just fire and ice, but one is a four-legged dragon that does not have any wings, if you want to call it a dragon, and this one is a standing dragon with wings. Now, what's cool about the wings is it has this kind of opaque blue to it, but it also fades down to a silverish color, which I really do like. Now, even though they're supposed to be fire and ice, it wouldn't make the combination that consistent, so they add some red on the back. Honestly, I wouldn't mind too much, except for the fact that they do promote that this is supposed to be fire and ice. Although I like to think of this dragon as more of a geyser theme. Or maybe that is the inner dragon right there, and he just has this ice element to him. I don't know, just something like that. Anyways, again, the same thing with the Scauld figure is that he has a different colored armor piece, and that is the large chest piece that is unique to this dual Breakout Beast set. Now, that is, again, mainly for the combination, but it looks a little wide. It kind of looks like a kid in cosplay, you know, how they have a boxy kind of shape to them, or a boxy, well, I guess a box around their chest to make it look like, I don't know, a robot. You guys know what I mean. Or maybe a knight. I don't know. Anyways, he also has some blue spikes, which is very cool. They just plug onto the side, which is very nice. And he does include my favorite headpiece, which does come from the Claw figure, which is very cool. Actually, he's very similar to one of the other Series 2 beasts. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but it was kind of the same thing as Claw, except it was a standing dragon and it was black and blue. Anyways, I also really like this lighter blue color to it with the nails and the horns. I think it looks very nice, and this flame piece is a very nice looking part. I like the color of this. I think the red kind of pops. I just wish that the copper armor piece was in silver, but other than that, I still like it. So as per the instructions, this is a fusion beast, so let's go ahead and take a look at the combination. If you are looking for shortcuts, you do not have to take apart the heads with the horns or the flame piece, even down to the neck. You do not have to take apart the bodies, and you also don't need to take off the arms or the wings from the Glayzer figure. Also, another thing that I found interesting that I did not know about the Breakout Beast is that you can pop off the toes. Now, I thought that they would just glue them in, but you are supposed to swap out the colors for these toes. And I tried it with some of the Wave 1 and Wave 2 figures, and they seem to do the same thing. And here's the combined beast, which is named Scauldglayzer. Fitting name because it's also Scauld and Glayzer combined. Anyways, this thing looks pretty great. It's a little messy in certain areas. You got different colors of armor, different colors clashing around. I mean, you got this blue against this red, but what I really do like is it doesn't have any pure white pieces that kind of clash against everything. It just seems like the blue is more of an accent color. Now, what kind of ruins it is some of the orange, but I think for what it's worth, I think they did a pretty fair job. I also do like how the red stays consistent throughout the body right down to the tail. That's a pretty nice touch. You also get both heads on top, which has remained unchanged, which is pretty cool. And you switch out the toes right here for the blue ones, which is very nice. As you can see on the front here, you also have the fist bump arms with a little bit of armor right there and a spike, so that is pretty dangerous. And as you can see, this copper armor piece, this large piece from Glayzer, forms this wider piece that really helps bring the beast together and really expands it and doesn't just make it look like a thin body. So I do like that. You also get the wings still this time around, which is very cool. And he is pretty tall. Here is a comparison next to Claw. So yeah, he definitely gets some height. Very nice. And I guess this also helps expand the idea of the fact that these can combine, because they do advertise this in the Series 1 and Series 2, and I imagine the continuation waves, where you can take two beasts and you can combine them or more than that. Anyways, you do get some extra parts from this. You get the smoother tail, you get the more rigid tail, you do get an extra set of the dual ball joints, which is very cool, and an extra set of the back legs. If you want more size comparisons, here is a green egg from Series 2, and here is a red and white egg. Ball joints all around, including at the waist, which gives you a lot to work with, and I'm very happy with that. Because of the 4 legs at the bottom, you can do a lot with this and he will still stand. So I really do like the idea of this, the style, the fact that it's 2 elements in one, and I do hope they continue to do more of this, maybe with different elements. I don't know, this just seems pretty cool. I would like to see a 2-in-1 that's kind of consistent, like both dragons or beasts are in the green color, but still, I think this is pretty cool. You know, you do get the red spikes on the back, so that fire element hasn't gone away. You get a much wider tail, and yeah, it's pretty cool, but I much prefer the 2 beasts. And the reason why is because I like having more beasts in my collection, and also, the colors in this aren't really that great. I mean, they were still clashing with the individual ones, but there was a little more consistency to it. This kind of seems a little more messy, but I guess that's the fun of it, you know? You can be messy. They're beasts. They're not really meant to be consistent. I mean, look at some of the Series 2 and Series 3 beasts. They kind of go out there. So, I really do like this. If you have a lot of fun with the Breakout Beast, then yes, I totally recommend this. If you want a much larger beast, yes, totally recommend this. If you know someone, or you know 2 kids that might be into this, one might not be into the slime, one might be, well, I mean, you do have one in the slime and one not in the slime. So that's cool. What else? And also, you know, in Series 1, 2, and 3, you don't exactly know what you're gonna pick out unless you know the codes. With this one, you actually do know what you're getting, so that's also an advantage, and I kind of hope that they continue off from that and do more like this. I would like to make it easier for people to find the Breakout Beasts that they want. But still very cool, and you can also put this to the side and have the beast standing on that, so that's a good idea. You can also split it apart and have more landmass, so that's pretty cool. I really do like this, and I totally recommend it. It's about 25 bucks, which with the egg, the slime, the cocoon, the 2 beasts that can combine into one, I think that's a pretty good value. So with that out of the way, that is pretty much it. What do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I will see you guys